everybody, Ted Greene here with Spartan Investment Group. Thanks for joining me on this brief video where we will discuss the difference between cash-on-cash return and the cumulative preferred return. Currently, it's August of 2021. Spartan is raising for an investment offering based out of Texas, the Dallas-Fort Worth, or DFW portfolio as we refer to it. In general, anytime an investor reviews one of our offerings, I like to suggest that they first go to page 8. Let's flip there. And on page 8, we have a variety of data points. All of these data points are based off of a $50,000 investment. That's an equity investment. In this video, let's focus on cash on cash and the cumulative preferred return. By way of cash on cash, in the blue, from left to right, years 1 through 5, we see the expected cash that will be distributed to equity investors. Again, this is based off of a $50,000 investment, and to calculate the yield, divide this number, 3,089, or years 2, 3,796, divide that by the $50,000 original investment, and that's how you find the yield per year that the investment will pay. Years 1, 2, and 3, this is a little bit above 6%. This is about 7.6%. Here in year 3, we're north of 10%. And so based on distributions, the yield should be 6, 7.5, and above 10%. Let's compare that to the cumulative preferred return. The cumulative preferred in this offering is 7.5%. What that means is that the entity has an obligation to pay to the equity investor at least 7.5% per year. That's cumulative. That may be distributed yearly, that may be partially paid yearly, and partially by way of bringing the preferred balance current in the event of a liquidity event or when the property gets sold. Let's take a bad scenario. Let's say the property can only pay 6% and is sold at year 5. So it makes 6% per year distributions and is sold in year 5. What that means is that the investor is accruing or building a liability on the books of the company in the amount of 1.5% per year for 5 years. That means that at the liquidity event, if the property is sold exactly on the 5th year anniversary of the security being issued, that means that each equity investor would have a balance of 7.5%. That's a liability on the books of the company. The company has to pay the investor out of the sale proceeds first to bring the preferred balance current, meaning each investor and their accrued balance needs to be paid first before anything else happens with the principal and the gain on the property. So back to this example, we think that in year 1, the cash flow to the investor will be a little bit above 6%. What that means is that at the end of year 1, the investor will have a little bit less than 1.5% as a accumulated preferred return balance because the investment was able to pay a little bit above 6%. In year 3, we see that the investment likely is going to distribute more than 10%. What that means also is that if that's the case, the liability that accrued in year 1 will likely be caught up and distributed to the investor in year 3 because the cash on cash yield is above 10%. Reach out to investors at Spartan-investors.com with any questions at any time, or you can reach me at ted@Spartan-investors.com with questions about this or other offerings Spartan makes available. Thanks.